Good morning. I want to welcome you to the July edition of the Augusta Co-op Row Report. I'm Troy Grimm, agronomy manager here at Augusta Co-op. Just wanted to check in, maybe talk about a few little things here. First of all, I want to talk about some fall seed needs and what people are going to need this fall for seed. I know it's only July, kind of middle of the summer, and maybe think it's a little early to be thinking about small grains, but every year these ordering seasons get earlier and earlier and earlier. With COVID and shipping issues and that sort of thing, you know, we like to, every year we get started a little earlier on getting these orders together. And you know, the main thing is we want to make sure that we have the seed, the supply of seed that our customers need. So we try to get these, you know, get as many people to tell us, give us an idea of what kind of products they're going to need and quantities they're going to need early here in July. We're already starting to order some seed and get some seed kind of held for us. One of the big things we really need to know is package size. You know, a few years ago, not too many people used totes at all, if any. Now totes are becoming more and more popular for barley, rye, triticale, all of our small grain seed. And we just really try to get our customers to help us understand what package size we need. Once we order this seed, you know, take barley for instance. Once we order our barley, we're going to get you know, we've got all of our nominate barley, for instance. We know how much we're going to get, and we're going to have to order package sizes here in the next week or two. And once we have them, that's what we have. And we want to make sure that if one of our customers wants totes, we have enough totes to supply their needs. You know, as far as pricing goes this year, prices are going to be up on some items. Triticale is going to be probably pretty flat compared to last year for 2020, but I know rye is going to be more expensive this year. That's partly because of freight going up over the last year, and partly it's because of a little bit of a shortage in supply. But everything else seems to be flat to maybe up just a little. Freight's going to determine a lot of that as we go forward. Doesn't appear to be there's going to be any real super shortages of anything at this point. You know, but we never know until we kind of get into the season. So again, you know, if you're looking for small grain and you know you're going to plant small grain, you can either call us here at Augusta Co-op, call one of the field reps, and we can make sure that we have you covered for supply and the package size that you may want. This year is going to be a good year for small grain just simply because of the lack of hay that's been made. You know, it's been dry. A lot of people are telling me that, you know, they're from 50 to 75% of their hay production is of normal. There have been a few folks that have been in some pockets of rain that have done pretty well, but a lot of it's going to be a little short. I don't think the quality's bad, just not going to be as much of it. So that kind of leads me into the second thing we're going to talk about here just for a minute, and that's how dry it's been, and with the low hay production that we've had, maybe something to think about if it starts to rain is putting some fertilizer on some hay and pasture fields in this fall for some extended fall grazing. You know, that's a really good way to extend your grazing season, not have to feed as much hay. Now granted, it has to rain, and we haven't had much of that here in the valley so far this year, but we'll see if that turns around here later on through August and July and August. And generally you want to put that fertilizer on sometime in August, 1st September is kind of when we're thinking about that. We can also do some weed control while we're doing that if you want, with our ability to do DFI with Grazon and Duracor. Also, you know, with the lower hay production and if you have the ability to put out some summer annuals, we still have some of those, Sudex, millet, you know, behind wheat or whatever, you can, you know, still do some of that to try to grow a little more hay, have a little more forage there for the winter. So just a few little bullet points here, kind of in the middle of the growing season here. Most of our corn and soybeans have been sprayed and are just waiting on rain. We'll be doing some fungicide later in the month with Airplane. If you happen to be interested in that, please get in contact with us. Just wanted to get a few things out there as far as our fall seed season and fall seed booking, and also just be thinking a little bit about possibility of trying to extend that grazing season with some fall fertilizer application. Again, this is Troy Grimm, agronomy manager at Augusta Co-op, and this is our July edition of the Row Report. Thank you.